Hi, how are you, Jagriti? I'm fine, thank you.
Very well, thank you. It's so good to have you here today with all of us. And I'm so
Pleasure all
grateful that I'm
mine.
getting to do this as well with you, one to one.
Wow, isn't that amazing? And
Yes,
pleasure is all mine, by the way. Pleasure is
life
all
is
mine.
full of possibilities, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. Thank you. Very
th-
kind. Very,
Thank
very
you
kind.
so
Thank
much for sharing those easy, relatable, and so important tips because it wasn't complicated. It was so smooth, something that we all can relate to. So, thank you so much for that wonderful, easy, smooth speech. Most of the times we get to hear that, oh, I attended a speech where I didn't understand anything and the person used such heavy, difficult words. What an amazing speaker. But that's not an amazing speaker. Amazing speaker is someone who can connect with you at your level, and you did perfectly well. Thank you so much. That's an art.
thank you. Thank you. Let me in you on a secret though. I don't know any complicated words, so I have no other way but to keep it simple. But that
That's
is
it.
our secret, so don't let it go away.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for your honesty as well. So, from serving tables at a restaurant to being in the top 10 trainers in the world, what an incredible journey you've had. There are so many people wanting to change their lives, and I'm sure the kind of quotes or advices or direction that you receive from people, the examples that you gave today, those were simple words, but you'd not just understood them, absorbed them, but implemented them in your life and also made sure that you can pass this message forward. That's what you're doing. So I think that's what makes a leader, because people get the knowledge, but how you implement, that's what makes the difference, isn't it?
Absolutely, I agree with you. But I don't know if I have anything to do in it. I think this is how just the life turned out to be. Because I learned most of values, of what it is to be a human being or to be a leader from people that I worked with, and they demonstrated that by giving me the confidence that I have. So I moved to Delhi when I was a kid. I came from a small town and I'd lost my dad when I was a kid. And when I moved to Delhi, it wasn't just about moving to a different city, it was moving to a completely different orbit. Because I couldn't speak a word of English. And it wasn't just about the language. I did not have the confidence, the courage to speak to anybody, but there were people who believed in me. And they told me that you have the potential to do what you want to do. And then one fine day, I was in this hotel attending a training being conducted and delivered by Mr. Gurbinder Pun. By the way, that was the first corporate training that I ever saw, and I fell in love with that man. And I said, how is he doing it? And I said, sir, can I do this? And he gave me all the confidence in the world, and I had zero competence at that time. But he believed in me. And I realized then that purpose of my life is going to be about this. It's going to be about giving other people confidence, because if it wasn't for those people who believed in me and helped me realize my potential, then I don't think I would have been able to do whatever I've done so far in my life. And hence I'm just paying back or paying forward, whichever way you want to call it. And in turn, God's been kind. I also get to make money. I mean, what else? Yeah.
Why not? Cherry on the cake.
Yeah.
It's such a blessing.
Yeah.
Such a blessing.
Yes.
Would you say this is your why? Like you found your why through this?
Yes, I have two whys. One is I always wanted to be an actor, and I'm still trying. And I've acted on few plays and all of that. That is still to realize. That dream is yet to be realized, or why is yet to be realized from a commercial point of view, so to speak. But my second why, which is the bigger why, is actually training and coaching. And it happened because, as I shared with you, when I was, I started working as someone who would serve on tables, one of the things that I could never do was I could never balance the salver. Do you know what a salver is?
Yes.
So when you go to a restaurant, they serve you water
right
in that round tray.
Yes.
So for me, I was told, okay, you got to go serve water. I said, okay. So I would pick up a salver with water glasses on it, and no matter what, every time I walked with it, I would drop. Every time it happened, every time. Now I was thinking, I'm not going to be in this job any longer, if this continues to happen. So, my boss, he took me actually to the basement of the store, and he made me remove glasses from the salver, and he put about 8 bricks on it. And he said, I want you to take 2 rounds. I said, okay. So I took 2 rounds, and it was really heavy to pick up 8 bricks on a salver. It wasn't easy. So I cheated when he was not looking. So I, held it with both hands at times as well. But after 2 or 3 rounds, when I got back, he made me remove the bricks, and he put the glasses back on, and suddenly the salver became so light. I was able to balance it. I was able to move around with it. And that kind of altered my point of view about what learning, training, or coaching can do to a human being. Because few minutes ago, no matter how hard I tried, I wasn't able to balance it. And here is this man who in few minutes altered my reality. I said, I want to do what he does. I don't want to be serving on tables all my life. I want to be training people on how to do something that they think they cannot. And that is my bigger why. So a very long answer to your short question. I'm sorry about that.
No, but that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that anecdote again. I'm definitely going to remember it for all my life. As a last one, you said something so wonderful that in leadership, being a good human being is key. Now, we are all work in progress, is what I believe, okay? So how are you upgrading yourself as a human being on a daily basis?
Well, I'm a father to a 14-year-old.
Congratulations.
And
that would be a training in itself.
Thank you. Yes. So, and that is my upgradation. The reason being that about 6 months ago, we adopted a dog, an Indie, and my son becomes a different person when he's with dogs or animals, so to speak. His physiology changes, right? He becomes like, he's a typical teen otherwise. He would argue back, he would shout, he would get angry, he would be on gadgets all the time. But whenever he's with animals or especially with a dog, he's a different person. So he was behind me to get him a dog for last 5 years. And I am shit scared of dogs. If I see a dog coming, I will just turn back. I'll do something, but I will not cross my path with the dog. That was the situation, okay? And then I live with my mother. So my son's grandmother, my grandmother said, in this house, either I will live or the dog will live. So these are the 3 different situations you can imagine, okay? But last year, 6 months ago, we finally adopted an Indie. My son adopted an Indie. And we got him home. And since then, I've been learning what it means to coexist. Not just in theory, but in real life, in the same house. Yeah. And we all seem to be in love with our dog now. I'm still scared, but I'm still learning.
Yes, yes. I wish you all the best for more such learnings, because this learning is it's accommodated with love. And I think that's how learnings should be. They should be fun. They should be full of love. Thank you so much for this conversation. I am so grateful for this, and I wish you all the best. And I look forward to having a longer conversation with you in the future. Take care. Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you once again. You have a great evening.
Thank you.